Hey everybody, welcome to the Pink Riot Comic Show. It's your girl Keisha, aka Hot Havoc, and we are here as always talking about comics from who I don't know why I just blanked. I definitely just blanked. But we talk about comics written by black and brown folks every single week, and I'm here with my amazing guests. Not guests, goodness gracious, what is going on with me? My awesome co-host, Bree. How are you, love? See,
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm good.
oh,
The question is, how are you? What's going on with you?
apparently I am not as good as I thought I would be. But I am here, and that is, yeah.
Sometimes it be's like that. Sometimes it be's like
Dang, I really fumbled that.
it's all right. I
Damn.
feel like this is the first time you've ever done that, and we've been doing this for over a year. So,
Yeah.
you know, it be's like that.
It be it's like that. As you can see, I have the headscarf on. I really wasn't feeling it. I dead ass got in the bathroom. It was like 7:30. I was like, damn. I don't feel like putting gel in my hair. I don't feel like putting on a wig. This is what we getting.
It be's like that. What we need to do is get a Pink Riot branded bonnet, and then who gonna check us? Yeah.
A big one. Even though I have like no hair on my head, just a big ass one.
Big ass bunny. Big ass pink ass bunny.
Mm,
Or a
that's
beanie
that.
or a hat that says Pink Riot. Then it's like, or we could get fancy and have the Pink Riot hoodie that has the logo on the hood, so you could just,
Mm,
you know,
with cat ears. I don't know why,
with
but I want
cat
one with ears.
ears.
Yeah.
I would love that. I wouldn't mind to have bunny ears. Ooh, or a unicorn horn.
Okay.
Clearly ours will same hoodie, different vibes. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, look at the chat. Hey Jira.
Hey boo. Period.
Yay.
Hashtag flirty baddies. We love to see you too.
Yes.
We were talking about she said the headscarf is cute as hell, please.
Thank you. Thank you. It's better than the gold one that Brie makes fun of at like nearly every meeting.
Y'all see, you played yourself because we're locked in, so I wasn't gonna put you on blast like that. But y'all, she really be like
She
coming to the
stay
Pink
coming for
Riot
my
meeting
gold do-rag.
looking real soulful, like I'd be like with the do-rag. Come on, man, you got your tails hanging out and all of that. You're supposed to at least give a little tuck or something. But see, I wasn't
Absolutely
gonna
not.
say nothing. I was just like, I was gonna let you rock. If you had came to the show with the gold do-rag, I would have had no
Oh,
choice.
no. That one is for friends and family to see.
The
That's
friends and family gold do-rag is crazy, Keisha. Crazy. But that makes me feel loved because I'm included in that group where she's just like, you know what? You gonna see me how you see me. And that's that.
yes. Yeah. It's
But to
kind
be
of
fair, while I'm not do-rag centric, Keisha does typically see me in my pajamas or my
mhm.
business on top, pajamas on the bottom, because I work remotely and sometimes have Zoom meetings. So, it's
Mhm.
just know, usually we've at least put on a bra for y'all, usually.
Uh Today is like the first time in a few months I've done that. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Just what it is.
Yes. Wait. Hey, Lawrence, howdy.
What's up, LT?
Yes, Brother John Comic said, I'd get a cat ear hoodie. Period.
Super fun.
You
Yeah.
gotta have like different ear options because I definitely am a bunny ear girly. You know,
The bunny ear. It was the unicorn where I was,
I
hesitant.
might need bunny ears and a unicorn horn. Keep playing with me. Mythical being just all of the things and some wings on the back.
I can do wings.
There you go.
I can do wings.
Ajir said, Bree said, yes, I will join you in dogpiling yourself about the gold do-rag. I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but since she did, it's like let's talk about it. Yes, agree, Ajira. Ajira says, Keisha, you can come as you are wherever I am. I'll take you however I can get you.
Thank you. So you
I mean,
got hot
clearly
already.
I do the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
hey, Hillary, what's up?
Hillary, what's up?
Lawrence
man,
said y'all basically sisters at this point and are.
essentially, 1,000%. Because
Yep.
when I say nobody else sees that,
Period. We be having our Pink Riot meeting, and some like the first half of the meeting is a Kiki and catch up, and then we actually do Pink Riot things. Yes, we are wild, but that's like the spark of the riot. If we weren't wild, would it be a riot? I don't think so.
Look, the honesty is given no matter what it looks like. And once again, I love y'all, but I barely wear a bra when I'm on here. Like, can't even see. You can't even
Yeah,
see.
you can't see it. She'd be like, let's just crop the frame accordingly.
And mine's just mumbling at the floor.
I got my Pink Riot shirt this week. Yay!
Yeah.
Please take a picture and share it with us. If you don't post it, put it in your stories and mention us or tag us, because we really like are gagged and juiced and excited to see y'all in the Pink Riot merch. Because yes,
that's so exciting.
Every time an order trickles in, I get like a text message. Did you see somebody order merch? I'm like, yes. Do a little dance. It's a vibe. Yes, Ajira said, thanks for the reminder, Jenna. I got to get mine. That you do.
Yes, you do.
What I will say is I come before you with my humblest of apologies. Because the way that we were like, y'all said y'all wanted merch and y'all not buying the merch, and we hadn't put the link back in the link tree, but it's there now. So if you went looking for it and couldn't find it, one time for Rachel, because they let us know like I could access the link from the Patreon, but it's not showing up in the link tree, and I was like, oh my goodness. But we did like take it down and then put it back because we low-key got bullied. So, but we're all on the same page now. It is available to buy. Do we have that where we could pull it up and show them some of the merch if they haven't seen it before?
See.
So we have shirts and hoodies, and there's crew neck option, and you can either get the Pink Riot logo, which I mean, Keisha ate that up, so what's not to love? What? There are some pretty freaking cool colors. I'm waiting to get my merch in. I'm going to order some more pieces because I wanted to like have lots of colors so you guys could catch the vibes. But one that's sticking out in my mind is the Pink Riot logo goes crazy on a yellow hoodie. I argue with your mother. It just looks really cute. And there's like teal-ish, turquoise-ish. There's like light purple, obviously black, white, obviously pink. Lots of color options. And then we also have the omnibussy shirt. And then we also have blurty baddies with the mouth on top. So it's like, get in where you fit in, like rep
Hold
the
on,
set.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Yay.
Let me make this a little bigger.
Can you do like shop view instead of like our
Oh, you absolutely right. That hold on. I'm not sure why it showed up like that.
Ajir said, bullied by whom? We weren't actually bullied. We were lovingly bullied by our good friends at Room Full of Blurs. Lady Mandalore, Kira herself, definitely was like, if y'all don't put up the damn merch and stop bullshitting, we're like, okay, you know what? You're right. You're right. So yeah. So no need to pull up on them in that way. If when they go live, definitely pull up. But we don't gotta pull up in a bad way. But see, look at the merch, guys. It's cute. It's giving. It's giving.
All right. So, like Bree said, for those who can't see and they're listening to the podcast,
Yes.
you got them in a bunch of different colors. So right now we got the Blurry Baddies up, and you can get in white, black, gray. What is this? A dark heather, Carolina blue, and a light pink.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why the tongue and the font for Blurry Baddies is like that purple sort of undertone pink instead of Riot pink, because we wanted it to like play off of the other colors. So like if you decided to get different types of merch, it wouldn't all be the same tone on tone type of vibes. So, we were thinking about you guys. We were thinking about you guys. We got that bust that omnibussy wide open. Is it not super dang cute on the lime green and the like turquoise color? Like,
I'm mad at the limited colors. It does.
But yeah,
I like the black. I always prefer black t-shirts.
I mean, all of the designs go crazy on black, white, and pink, obviously. But we did want to include, and gray too. But we did want to include like some fun pop colors in case you like are into the bright, energetic vibes. Ajira said, I need a whole photo shoot of you two modeling your merch. Let me know when you're ready. Me and Hillary got you. Period. So if you're in the Patreon, if you're subscribed to our Patreon, you already know. Actually, I think Keisha talked about this already, so I think everybody knows by now. But she dropped the link in the chat. So if you want to run and go cop that merch, now is your time, just a friendly reminder. But yeah, we will be back together in the same place coming up here pretty soon. So that is actually a thing that will have to happen when we are together, and shenanigans will ensue. Y'all, the way that we saved so many like sounds and ideas for content, but the con was more of a beast than we planned for. So now it's like, all right, it'll be in a more relaxed, a semi more relaxed setting. So we can get all of the content, do like a photo shoot-esque situation, so we can like rock all of the merch. So it's coming soon, Ajira. Coming soon.
Yeah.
Hey, Sheena.
Sheena, my love. How are you, babe? Oh, man. So, yes, if you guys can, whenever you can, check out the merch, get something. Yes. And now that we've plugged that.
Yes.
Okay. Did you read comics this week, or did you read one?
The only comic that I read this week was They Choose Violence, because I got the first 3 issues, and the way that I thought I knew what this book was going to be, and then I seen your text when I was driving back to the house, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. But the way I thought I knew what this book was going to be like, and then it was not that at all.
At all.
Like, wait a dang minute. So for those who don't know, we're talking about They Choose Violence. Today's episode is a book club. But yes,
But
they
for
choose
real.
violence. So I picked up, this is one that we talked about this last week a little bit. The first print run of the first issue had like some flaw or error, and some people speculated that it was like a publicity stunt to get more sales for issue 1. I don't care what it is. I didn't
Yeah.
get the first print of the first issue because for some reason my LCS didn't get it. So this was the reprint issue, and then there's another variant that I still have to pick up of this, but it is in my pools. And then also got issue 2.
Yeah.
Love the
I
gritty of this. And then issue 3. And the way, Keisha, that these masks popped off, I'm like, that would be a really easy cosplay for us.
Oh,
Just
for sure.
pull
But
up and put that energy for something. But yeah, so for context, guys, this oh my gosh. Do you want to give the description or do you want me to do it? Because I
okay,
realize I just
so
jumped right into it.
the premise for They Chose Violence, you have these 3 women who went to an HBCU together, and they're all professionals in their field. One
Yeah.
is a cop, one is a lawyer, and she became a lawyer because, things are happening in her community and across the nation. And she was like, absolutely not. So she became a lawyer, like I said, the cop, and then there was one who was in the medical field.
She's like
And
a beauty
yeah,
esthetician, but like
right,
owns
right,
her
right.
own business.
And so they got to get like they're talking one night and they're like, yo, we need to like they're over everything. And they're like, you know what? We're going to take this on ourselves. We're gonna get rid of the filth. And so they just start collecting bodies. And
Like actually.
right. And initially I was like, "Oh my goodness. Wow, y'all literally said they chose violence and was like, "Yeah, we chose violence." And then hear me out. I said, "Oh, you bitches are sloppy and you're gonna get caught."
Wait,
I went
before we get into that, we have to talk about how they hit the nail on the head with how this whole story idea got started. Because if you're a Black person in America or even an ally in America who has seen so many of these stories where some young Black person dies at the hand of a police officer, and you have that they even made mention of this in the first issue.
Yep.
You have that conversation in the back of your mind where it's like, oh, I want to hope that this will have a different outcome, but there's that other small voice that goes, you know exactly what's about to happen, and it's nothing. This
And it
person's about
happens
to
every
get
time.
away with this murder, because they always call it some other BS, situational BS, but that's what it is. It's a murder, okay? But for some reason, when it comes to Black and brown bodies, they don't get the respect or the chance or the acknowledgement that they deserve, and the shit kind of just gets swept under the rug. So they tapped in, like, in the most authentic way, to a conversation that, like I said, if you're a Black person in America or an ally in America who has seen this, you know, you've been a part of that exact conversation, that like,
Yeah.
damn, it's like we don't even matter. Dang, this happened again. Like, what's going to happen? I hope that is different, but I'm pretty sure I know how this is going to go. What can we do? So they tapped into that conversation, and they also tapped into that feeling of, how many times is this going to happen and have the same outcome? You know, that's literally the definition of insanity, like doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So like, it's not like somebody just wild out or whatever. Like, you immediately identify with these women because they're not like some crazy off the wall doing nothing with our lives type of people, which I mean the crash out would still be valid in that case, but these are educated women who are literally just sick and tired of being sick and tired and seeing brown bodies bleeding in the street. So like they tapped into that conversation, and then it was funny because the way that they depicted it on her face, like one of the main characters, they show her with a different sign and a different outfit at
Just
in a
pissed
different
off.
state, just pissed, like grinding her teeth, angry about the fact that, damn, why am I here and why am I having to protest about yet another Black person being murdered for just existing?
You know, it reminded me of, you know, that viral conversation that I think she was Kimberly Brown. She turned it into a book called How We Win. But
Mm,
she, like, at the end of that, um the conversation that she had, she was like, "You're lucky that we're not asking for revenge, and we just like essentially we're not asking for revenge, we just want to
yeah,
exist." And I was like, "Damn." In this story, we have women who are like, "Nah, nah, nah. We're gonna burn it all down, and we're gonna
yeah.
do it methodically." And
It's very aptly named. They choose
yeah.
violence because no, when the rest of us do all of the things and we go to the protests and we
Mhm.
donate and we try to rally our community together. We, email our congress people, call our congress people, we do all of those steps, and at the end of the day we're like, dang, I've done everything that I can, and this pain and this empty place is still sitting here, but at least
Mhm.
I've done what I could. And they're literally just like, it's literally that hairline fracture of a difference between being like, well, nobody else is going to do anything about it. So what if we did something about it? And it's like two of them are immediately jumping on it. And one of them's like, wait, what do you mean? Are you playing? And they're like, nah, I'm not playing.
Nah,
And if
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to do it, we're going to get serious. We're going to get focused. We're going to train. We're going to have a plan. Da, 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 da.
And that's the
And it's
thing,
like,
right? They didn't just like jump into it. They
right,
trained for like almost a year
exactly.
before they like made any kind of move.
I have to
And
show these panels. You see, you see her in the middle, and she's like angrily grinding her teeth, like, I'm gonna do the thing, I'm gonna show up to all of the protests, but I'm really sick and tired of it. And it's like literally like, you know
mhm,
it's funny, but it's not, because it's like she probably bought a pack of like poster board, used the same markers every time. It's like, well, let me go and get my sign making supplies out because I'm going to yet another protest because they killed yet another one of us. So yeah,
absolutely.
it was really done really well. Yeah, so I would have been remiss not to mention the fact that they like tap in to make it feel believable. It's not
Oh
just
yeah, it's not.
logic craziness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was done. And I think this is what Kira was talking about from Room Full of Blurs. And she was comparing this one with the Black Panther, The World to Come,
Yeah,
and the messaging to the Black community in both books, and
yeah,
how she was like, this right here, they choose violence. And I agree. It's what the Black community would relate to more, like the feelings we have right now in this moment, like not trying to like this one is more on the head, like hitting the nail on the head a little sharper than in Black Panther,
yeah.
where we're just collectively, we are at this. I'm trying really hard not to get on my soapbox, and also making sure that I am protecting myself in a lot of ways
There you
online,
go.
but
There you go.
just, making sure that, you know, the Black community right now is at a point where we're watching everything happen and we're not really making a move right now. But I feel like this is something that a lot of folks would want to see happen.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
literally speaks to, we talked about this like a couple weeks ago too. Have y'all seen these posts on social media where people are like looking at the camera and they're like, somebody, somebody should do it. They're not
Mhm.
saying what that somebody should do or any of that, but we
But
all
you
know
know.
what they're talking about.
Mhm.
We all know. And that
We
was
all
even
know.
mentioned in the book too, because
Oh,
where this all takes
yeah.
place is
I thought
when
it was
Donald Trump first got into office.
but they started before he got into office, which I
Right,
thought
right.
was a really smart play
Yeah.
because I don't think I and that's why I do wanna talk about, like, the pattern and all of that stuff that they created because I think they would have gotten caught a lot sooner,
That's fair.
if it started during Trump's, his first term.
Yeah.
But I thought it was genius in when it was set. I thought it was genius in how they set the story up. It
Yeah.
it like top notch. Top notch. I want to finish out this story
Yeah.
because I also like the emotional roller coaster that I was on as a Black woman.
Yes.
To you get that violence 8 panels in on the second page of this comic. It
Yeah.
immediately happens.
Yeah.
And I had to go, "Oh, oh, oh, we violent, violent. Okay."
Yeah.
Am
We're
I
violent, and we're not filtering it or censoring it.
at all.
100%, this is an R-rated book, folks. There's
Very.
nothing filtered, nothing censored, nothing off page. Everything is right there in color.
Right. And I
All of
was
it.
like, "Well, dang, how do I actually feel about this level of violence?"
Yeah.
And I really had to sit with that and go, because at first I was shocked. And I was like, "Oh, no, we can't actually do," and I was like, "No, wait, let me back up."
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me actually, like, sit myself down and have a conversation and go, "Oh, no, I actually agree with this."
Yeah, it's warranted, because
And
I
that's a
feel like
hard pill
their
to
goal
swallow.
was to, like, not pull any punches,
Mhm,
because they're not pulled for us in those situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't have it's like, why would we try to censor one part of it if we're not censoring, you know what I'm saying? Like,
mhm,
these other pieces. That's like, no, you're going to get the raw feel of it, and you're going
mhm,
to feel the raw consequences of it too.
yeah,
So, yeah.
and seeing them go through the psychological effects of what they're doing, I thought that was also, like, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Um, but it also and this is when I started giggling through through the whole comic because typically I love my super violent things, but then when we get into the more psychological aspects of this type of violence,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, this is funny.
And
Um,
it makes it more real too, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was hard seeing these Black women become straight up serial killers, like,
Yeah.
and this is a weird question to ask, but do you know a lot about, like, the mindset of serial killers?
Do you know about our Lord and Savior? No, I'm kidding. Can I tell you a thing or two about serial killers?
I I was I
Do
wanted
you know
I
about
just
the
wanted
sociology of serial killers? Do you know
oh,
what
the way I was
girl,
wa
it was very peak for, like, a hot second, just so you know.
yeah, I
But
know, and I'm trying
it's
really hard
necessary to, like, tap into that piece, because I was curious if it was going to be like going into it, I assumed that how they showed us the like varied reactions to the idea of doing this, that they
Mhm.
would have varied reactions
Yeah.
in like how they took to being serial killers, but the way they
Mhm.
all just leaned into it and literally had to get to a point where they were like, wait, let's take a step back because we're all enjoying this. You know what I mean? And then it's like,
I think
fair. And then
yeah.
they even went as far as to describe their reasoning and methodology behind selecting the victims, selecting their weapons of choice, and going into detail about how.
The weapon of choice was
Yes,
wild.
right.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't
we
wanna give
can't explain
spoilers.
that, y'all
Yeah,
are gonna
yeah.
have to
Y'all
read, but
gotta just
those
run and go
weapons of
cop that and
choice
read it. But the
was
weapons of
insane.
choice and the fact that they were very, because I was curious, like, they're serial killers for real, because they were like, "We're going to torture you." They explained that each of their kills were about an hour
Mhm.
because they were going to each get their turn to respectively torture the victim in their way, and then they like rotated between each other who finished them off. And I was just like, this what we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's I loved it because, my stepsister, she loved, like, had an affinity for, serial killers, and so did I for a bit, and so I learned a lot about them and their psychology, and I love looking back on those things. I
I'm
find
glad
them
that you brought it to a blurred library perspective, because that's one thing that I don't. Serial killers are romanticized a lot here in the
Oh,
US.
no, 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 no. They're
But you're looking at it from like a psychological perspective. Just had to clear
yeah,
that
yeah,
up
yeah.
for the viewers. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
Keisha is
no,
a
no, no.
villain, but she's
It's
not
yeah.
crazy.
Y I
Ajira said, "Keisha, what did you want to tell us about serial killers?"
so and I'm trying really hard not to, like I'm gonna choose words here. So, in this book, I think they have a really good depiction of how you become one, right? And that's also why I thought that they were getting very sloppy in what they were doing. But it all lines up in like the right ways, right? So like even though they trained really hard for that first one is actually very personal, and you can see that in the first issue, right? So they chose, and I'm not going to give too much away for the plot line, but like that first offing that they do is a very personal one. They choose a personal day, all those things, but then the rest, they have a pattern that they fall into. And after like the third or fourth date that was given, I was like, oh, these bitches are gonna get caught, because this is typically what happens was when they, when there's like mass the first one is always personal. The rest of them have a pattern that can be lined up. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. Very, very interesting. Seeing the way they react to
Yeah,
death,
yeah,
even though it's something that they chose, this is something that they meticulously planned and trained for, they
yeah,
still react in very personal uh ways that once again I was like, y'all are gonna get caught.
yeah, yeah. The
Like
way they
just
described how they felt afterwards, but we're still doing it for the enjoyment. I was like,
mhm.
oh yeah, this things are
And
getting out
then
of hand.
once all and the way they was taking people out, I was like, y'all are being egregious. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get like the calling cards are a little too violent. We need to tone this down. And then that's when I was like, oh, I know a little too much about how to do this. So I was like, yeah, y'all gotta dial this back. But and that was like my only critique of the first issue. But then like the second issue, they immediately called it out. And I was like, "Ooh, y'all brought somebody in on this.
Yeah.
Y'all brought somebody in to explain this because all the critiques I had, y'all called it out immediately in that second issue." I was like, "Period. I need to read more now."
Ajira says, I don't believe in the whole violence is never the answer nonsense that people in privilege always love to admonish marginalized folks about when they protest their own oppression and harm. Okay, so your views align with the goals and
Mhm.
intentions of this story, because that was another
Yeah.
thing I wanted to mention. Y'all know we love a good start the story off with a black quote. And I immediately thought of Keisha because this one starts off with a quote from none other than Malcolm X himself. And it says, I don't even call it violence when it's in self-defense. I call it intelligence. And I
And
was
then the
like,
second one, the
yeah,
second
the second
issue
one too.
starts with Zora Neale Hurston, and it
Yeah.
says, "If you're silent about your pain, they'll kill you and say you enjoyed it."
Yep.
Like like, kudos to them, cause, and I think Ajura says it in here as well, it makes sense that they get sloppy, you know? It does make sense, cause at the end of the day, they're doing it for very emotional reasons. They're doing it for the reasons, I mean, that would be the only reason I would do it. It's because when you push somebody and you keep pushing and you keep pushing and you back them into a corner where they feel like there is no other option to be free, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And
Dwayne
so,
said
yeah.
it's so hard to keep quiet without spoilers. It actually is.
Yeah.
It actually is. We're trying to give you guys the gist for this exact reason. Jana said, I was going to wait for the trade on this one, but now I don't think I can. And that's exactly why we're like, nah, more
Yeah.
people need to know about this
Yeah.
story and support it before it gets to the trade, because I don't. So one of the fun things that it starts off with a letter from one of the creators who's a part of the production for this, and he's pretty much saying like, however you think it ends, you are wrong. And
Yeah.
I love when people set me up like that. Tell me about myself, because
And you can see
yeah,
it's gonna be like, this is gonna be a wild turn because like we
yeah,
said earlier, we start in the Biden administration and then this moves into the Trump administration. And you know what happened during the first one, where we got a lot of people who got very confident and very encouraged by his, his white nationalist ideologies,
yeah,
and that shows up in this comic in the end of the second issue as well.
yeah.
Like I'm so, whatever turns this is gonna take, I'm really excited to see how this all pans out.
Yeah, and we see the peak for up to 5 issues,
Yeah.
but this could go so many ways that I would want, even if it's wrapped up with a nice bow at the end of the 5th issue, I would still be interested in more in this world or how they flip it. There's a lot of different ways that it could go, which is
Oh,
why we want to encourage you guys to cop the floppies. Ajira said, I've loved both those quotes forever. They speak to something I deeply resonate with.
right.
Sames. Dwayne said, buy the floppies, you won't regret it. Big facts.
Yeah,
LT
they are
said, I
amazing.
appreciate y'all for having this discussion. And we appreciate you, LT.
Right?
Okay,
Yo,
BMD
this was
nerd said, "How many issues is this supposed to be?" Yeah, I've seen
5.
5, but it also doesn't say like limited or anything like that when you do the
Yeah,
pre-order.
it just says 1
Okay,
of
so
5
yeah,
up
5 of
here.
5 as of now. So,
But they knew that this was gonna be controversial. They knew that
right.
this was gonna create conversations because it even says it. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
it
gonna say
says
this
it.
is another one where it's like read the front letter, read the back matter, like don't
Yeah,
skip, because they're giving insights to like how the book came about and all of that, and it's actually really interesting.
yeah.
Hayden Locke says, I haven't really heard of this until today. I'm definitely interested in it. This is exactly why we're talking about it.
Oh, yeah,
Ajira
this
says,
is
everyone wants to start something and then cry when Black women turn around to finish it. Mm, period. Yes, Ajira be preaching, and we
Yo,
love
Ajira is the absolute, like, if you want to talk about somebody who was a scholar and how they
yes.
just break it down. Oh, yeah.
Dwayne
Shit.
said issue 3 had me holding my breath the whole way. The way
Yo,
that I was like so ready to jump in and was like, dang, I actually had a lot of patient stuff going on today and did not get to my issue 3 yet. So
me
the way
either.
that will be happening as soon as we get out of this episode, because yeah.
I feel, and you know what? What I do find interesting is that even with the heavy conversations that or the heavy commentary that happens in this one,
Yeah.
it's not like you have to take a break from it. 'Cause I
Right.
read those 2 issues back to back, like,
Yeah,
easy.
literally same. Yeah. I was like, let me read something before today's episode when I went on my lunch, and I was like, oh shoot, I got to get back on my calls and whatever. And I was like really wanting to be able to finish 3 before today. But they're quick read. Another
Yeah.
thing that I want to point out too is the language that's used in it. It There's parts of it where I was like, as a Black woman, I wouldn't say that. But it's not far removed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Say, you can tell that this was written by a Black man.
yeah, I was like, you know how sometimes you
Yeah.
see us, but you don't hear us in the voice?
Yeah.
No, it's definitely us doing it. It may not have
Yeah.
been women us doing it, but it's definitely us doing it. Because
Mhm.
there's some, and actually I don't even want to put that stereotype on gender at all, because you know people say what's comfortable to them. Some of the things that were said didn't read as how I
Ooh,
present as a Black woman, but
yeah.
the language was there and it was familiar and it wasn't forced and it wasn't uncomfortable. So it's
Mhm.
like they didn't nice it up in any regard. They gave you
Yeah.
like the raw, gritty bits of all of it. Because one of the
Charlie.
women is is queer and had her experience, and it's on the page. Like
Mhm.
it's very like not behind closed doors, it's on the page. So it's like they gave you the raw, the real, the grit, and they
Mhm.
didn't nice it up. They didn't give it to you unseasoned. It's all there, raw and in living color.
I think my only issue, like Dwayne is saying, well, outside of some of the stuff being, like I said, with the serial killer thing, like I had some issues with that, but like I said, they addressed it in the second issue. With the language, and thank you for reminding me, there was I'm gonna say it's a slur
Mhm.
because I'm not gonna call a lesbian that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and that felt unnecessary. There were so many other things that could have been said, that could have
What I
been.
will say is that on the flip side of that, because I felt it too, but it's also like I also do know people from that community who will say those things to each other, and it's a I can say it, but you bet not say it type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if
And
it's
because
in the
they're all like
community.
yeah, and because they're all like girlfriends, like you see them calling each other bitches and whatever, da 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 da. It's like I would initially
Eh,
feel that way because I don't talk to all of my girlfriends like that, but there's a handful of them where I'm like, bitch, you know what I mean? So it's like to
see,
me, it
but
holds that same energy where it's between them three, and it's like they share murdering each other. They're gonna share, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't all get the same treatment, and that it didn't seem like a slur the way that it was said, because the way they have been talking to each other throughout the issues.
I don't like the other things I could understand. I don't know. I felt like it diminished her sexuality for me. Like it
Mm,
just
that's fair.
didn't feel right, especially when it was written by a man. I feel
Yeah.
like, you know,
That's that you're clocking the T
yeah,
there,
yeah.
because that's where I was like, there was certain parts of it where I was like, I don't know that as
Like,
a
you're not
black.
in the
Yeah,
community to say this. So,
yeah.
I'm not hearing these women speaking this. I am, because it doesn't quite flow right as a bunch of Black women speaking sometimes. I
Yeah,
hear this man's voice.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so that didn't sound like it was one of them. It felt like, you know, "Ooh, I'm a Black woman now. I get to say."
yeah, yeah. 100%, 100%.
It's
I will
just like,
say that it was egregious enough that it takes you out momentarily
yeah,
and
yeah.
you jump right back in. It's not like it happens back to back or whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if we were going to like critique ways that it could have been better, because we've been giving glowing praise about the rest of it, we try to keep it 100 with you guys, because if you're going to spend your money on something and take our word for
Mhm.
something, we want you to know all the facts about it. So
Yeah.
is the book and the story Pink Riot approved? Yes,
Yeah.
with the caveat that you will come across that, and we think that that's why it feels that way when you read that part. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Okay.
But because of the changes that were made, like I said, with the issue that I had in the first issue, it got fixed in the second issue. So I'm hoping that, you know, the lead writer it seems like they're taking a lot of great, strides to keep this as authentic as possible. So hopefully, you know, we don't see that again. And
Dwayne
it's
said,
not like it's up and through it, like in The Boys. Like, if anybody's ever
right.
read the comic The Boys, what
Yeah.
the hell? That's egregious. That's
Yeah.
not happening in this comic at
Right.
all. Like, at all. It's
Agreed.
just that one time where you clutch your pearls and you're like, "Oh."
Where you're like, wait a minute, that's not, no, we ain't doing that.
Like,
But it
"Oh."
does happen that one time.
Yeah.
Dwayne says, I get he wanted to make it genuine, but he missed very badly.
Right.
It does very much feel like that for that hot second as you come across it, like, dang, you were doing so well.
Like, I
Now
could
I
cuss a
actually,
little.
before I was like, I couldn't, there's nothing bad I could say about this. And it's like, oh, that's the thing. That's the
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah.
it doesn't kill the rest of the book for me. I'll say that. LT said, that's fair. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, we're going to keep it a buck
Yeah.
with you guys. You
Yeah.
listen.
Nothing is perfect, and we should be able to critique it no matter
Yeah,
what.
yeah. And just
So,
understand
yeah.
that if we're telling you to still go spend your money, it's like not to
Yeah,
that point. You know
there's
what I'm
still,
saying? 'Cause,
yeah, like,
yeah,
it's not done in a malicious way at
right.
all,
Exactly.
and I think that's why you're able to not repass it, but understand it, process it, and move on. It's not happening it's not happening multiple times in the book.
Yeah.
It just seems like someone who was like, "I could cuss," and then they say it,
I do cuss a little.
right? Like,
What's your favorite cuss word? Probably fuck.
right? But they pronounce it wrong, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Like,
maybe you shouldn't do that again."
we can tell
It's
that's not your usual wheelhouse, but you went for
right.
it.
Like, maybe
That's definitely
don't
the
do that
energy.
again.
But yes,
Yeah, but it's not
overall,
malicious
right.
intent,
So
so
overall, definitely Pink Riot approved. We will
Ooh.
definitely be continuing this particular series.
Oh,
I
wait,
think
say it again.
I said we are definitely Pink Riot approved.
What? Oh, I gotta put sound on that.
Period, 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 period. I want it to be like some crazy redonkulous sound too. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. We have to figure that out. But I love it because it's like all of the colors and it's giving it just needs the sound. So great. You guys, Keisha really be out here killing it for no reason. Like, I mean, for a reason, but she ate that up. So I just had to period. Wait, okay, so let's see. Oh, Jana said issue 2 sold out. This is what we love to hear.
yeah.
you know.
Hopefully, it's a second printing.
Yeah, or take a peek around. Yeah, second printing. Oh my gosh, I have to get this off my chest because y'all know how I feel. Why is the new Wonder Woman story issue 1 on its 7th printing? 7th. 7th.
It came out a year ago. Why are we still doing this?
It was literally in my FOC. I was like going through final order cutoff, putting in my pre-orders. Why is it on its 7th printing?
Sexy Red says Absolute Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yes, Absolute Wonder Woman issue 1 is on its 7th printing. Okay.
It's absolute. Yeah. That's egregious. It's unnecessary. And I have a one-sided beef with all of the main characters of of Marvel and DC. Like, we don't need to give them any more time. Sorry.
I'm just like, now what I will say is
It is
that
that
it is
unfortunate.
pretty fucking cool. It is pretty fucking cool. But 7? I'm like, and then this is
But
me being
we're
biased,
haters, but we're
yeah.
respectful. Like we are objective haters.
I love
It's
the
a
way
great
it feels
run.
to be a hater.
I love
I-
that song.
it's-
Yo,
Oh my
between
gosh.
that song and Kendrick, like I just feel like I'm not hating to my greatest potential. And as an aspiring hater, I'm letting y'all know now that Absolute Wonder Woman run is great.
Yeah.
However,
It's not better than Storm by any measure.
we do not need a 7th printing.
We don't.
It's unnecessary.
And I'm like, and they're pulling out the stops because I'm literally like looking at it like, oh, what issue is this? Is Wonder Woman on? And it's like the 7th printing of issue 1 right along. I think it's like issue 11 or something like that. And then I think right next to that 7th printing of issue 1 is like the 2nd printing of like whatever issue. I'm just like, I'm not hating to my greatest potential. Yeah, put that on a shirt.
Oh yeah.
Bruh.
I'd rock the shit out of this shirt.
It might low-key be hilarious to like have a shirt that's like pink and black and it's got a Vixen quote and a Havoc quote. Vixen, Havoc, and they're different colors, and it's just outlandish shit that we've said on the show. Because, it's getting a lot. Rachel said they would wear that, period. LT says, remember Chappelle's show where in that skit they go, hate at the haters ball? Yeah. It's that same energy. It's the same energy.
I would love to have a t-shirt that says, ask me about my most hated comics. Just
there you go.
List.
So my gosh.
Go off.
Hayden Lock says that's actually a great idea. I would purchase that. So period. You guys, we just be popping off with all of the merch ideas. We gotta like get some merch off before we add more to the shop. But that's definitely going in the queue for sure. For sure.
I don't know. That might show up tomorrow.
Keisha said, I'm not even about to compile no quotes. It's just gonna be my quote.
It's gonna be him. Period. I would love to start the conversation of the mini comics I despise and why.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
LT said y'all have at least one great quote per show. We do what we can.
Yeah. And I love how genuine you said, we do what we can.
We try to show up for y'all. No weeks off. That is too funny. Goodness. Yeah. I feel like we don't filter or censor ourselves too much. So y'all, we're liable to say some wild off kilter shit. So,
Yeah, for
It'd be
this,
like
I
that.
don't censor myself. I do censor myself quite a bit on the show. I ain't even gonna
I
hold you.
mean, like just
Yeah,
within
yeah,
reason. You know what I mean? Like we
yeah,
still trying to get sponsors and stuff, but y'all gonna catch
yeah.
a lot of crazy stuff because it's necessary. You know what I'm
Just,
saying?
you
It's
know,
necessary.
I'm not trying to end up on someone's watch list right now. I'm trying to, just chill,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
exist
yeah,
a bit,
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, it's like we can't be pink all the time. We got to bring the riot.
Ooh, sexy red. The top 5 hated comics.
Oh, you gonna do this on Beyonce's internet? Look at Keisha's eye twitching. You done started some stuff now.
At the
Christian
top of the
says we
list.
appreciate a little recklessness from time to time. Period. And Rachel
Hold on, let me
says,
see
I
if I
love
can come up.
chaos. Yes. Sames. LT says, oh, they be on some shenanigans for the people. For the people is key, okay?
Yes.
One time for the fam. One time for the Riot fam.
Oh my
Carry
goodness.
on. Carry on.
All right,
Wait,
top
okay,
5
wait.
hit. Or how
Somebody
about let's
mentioned.
do
Okay, yeah.
No, don't
Listen,
skip away from that go ahead. Okay, how about this top
I
3?
wasn't
Because I'm
sure if you
trying real
wanted
hard
to
to think
out or
about
if you were going for it because I support you in all of your
you
rights and in
first.
your wrongs. So if you want to go for it, by all means, pop
I'm
off,
writing mine
sis.
down.
You're
Because
what?
I said I have to write it down. I have a solid 2 that I genuinely despise with everything in me. And I truly judge people whenever they say they enjoy it. And
Listen, y'all, she's not lying about this because she judges the hell out of me every time I bring up a certain comic. Because what I will say is Keisha will forever be the Malcolm to my Martin. Okay.
wait, which
I
comic
don't,
do I
I'm gonna say it in a minute. I don't
Okay.
have comics where I'm just like, oh, that made me so mad. I can't stand it when I see other people read it. I just be like, it's giving bad taste. And I go about my business. But Keisha, okay, Keisha will side eye you, get silent. We're supposed to be, y'all said, y'all
Oh,
are sisters
yeah.
now. We
I
listen
know
and
what
we
you're
don't
talking
judge. Y'all, I, okay, am
I know
a
exactly which one you're gonna
new
talk about.
reader of, are we just dropping names? Y'all, we need a shenanigans something. So just prepare yourselves for the tomfoolery that's about to occur. But I'm a new reader of Nnedi Okorafor, okay? The things that I have read from her, I have loved. She is an absolute sassy pants and has historically been incredibly outspoken and low-key rude and ridiculous with some fans about things for the sake of proving her point. I used to think like, damn, you can't be like that, da, 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 da. But I actually got to meet her at a book event and heard her talk about her perspective on some things that used to bother me that she would say. And the way that is very much a situation of context that made me be like, okay, I'm not judging her for that. So when I seen she wrote Shuri, which I absolutely loved, and so I was like, oh, I seen that she had written LaGuardia, and I was like, automatically yes. Also, this is a title that is sold at one of my favorite online Black woman-owned bookstores, Sister Sci-Fi. So periodically I will go through their catalog and just buy whatever's not in my library because, support Black women, period. But this particular story, I was just like, it's not my favorite thing, but it has its cool points. The concept is cool. The art style is not my favorite, but it gets the point across. So I've just been like, I don't scream about it, but it does end up in a list here or there. Like I think one time I was doing a post and it was like books set in outer space or books that have aliens in it or something like that, whatever. And the way that anytime it comes up, Keisha's face does this. She could not stand this book, and she cannot hold back her judgment if she hears
Okay.
anybody else referencing this book. So if that's not on your list, you need to fix your list, because y'all, she has side-eyed the hell out of me for referencing this book for anything.
I do judge anyone who enjoys that book. I give side eyes and everything. It's not good. So with Miss Nanetti Okorafor, with her recent thing where she was being, what is it called? You're laughing hysterically.
Because I
Um,
don't know. Look, y'all,
so
Keisha is
it's
locked into all of this stuff. And I'd be like, she'll tell me, be like, you didn't hear about this? I'd be like, no, just tell me. Damn. What happened now?
yeah, so she was being, after everything, I guess she had posted about owl. She had posted something about an owl, and an indigenous person said, "Hey, this was, a jump scare, put content warnings on it." And instead of turning that into a, oh, cool, cool, and just letting it be, learning something from it, what have you, it turned into a lot where she was liking a lot of comments from people who were saying anti, negative things about indigenous folks, and it just like blew up from there. She did a lot of egregious things instead of just learning from the situation. So like I can 100% say that she has influenced me in sci-fi and fantasy and all of that. I'll never not say that, but much like some other folks, I keep my distance from what she writes. Also, if we want to talk about LaGuardia objectively, once again, I will judge you. I will judge you hard. I do. I love you, Brie. But what the fuck? It
I
has so many
voiced
plot
that
holes.
I voiced the issues that I have with it. We also talked about the fact that I am
No,
very
no, 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 no.
much the
My
queen
thing is,
of if the vibes or the general idea of it is there, I don't read things looking for plot holes. If it missed me, it missed me. If I enjoyed it for what it was at the time, that's
no,
what it is. And if it doesn't
it
call me to read it again or call me to discuss it, then it was just that, something that I read for that moment in time. Like,
it had a great
I don't get hung
premise.
up on them to that degree, I'll say.
It had a great premise, and that's the
Yeah,
thing.
did.
I wanted so much more from it
Agree.
than what I got. And to be let down so hard and then to be edged to disappointment is wild. And then for it to win in Eisner kind of sucked. That I think that's what like really really got me. It's like, okay, cool, 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 cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool, cool. So
It's
yes,
it's
that
very much
is
giving, like, her name got that award more than the book did.
yeah,
And we've seen that before. And I'm just like,
yeah,
it's not a good representation of her writing style or her storytelling ability. The art style definitely left a little something to be desired. It's very much giving, like, she has all these accolades and books under her belt, and they were like, just give her what she wants.
thank you, Rachel. The art was blah,
Yeah.
blah. Like it
Yeah.
was, yeah. Like it was just once again, you're just edged to disappointment, and that's what bothers me.
It
And
didn't
then and then
talk your shit.
another another comic, the new one that I think is gonna come out. I got a chance to read it, the cat comic, which by the way, I have been looking forward to for
Yeah.
a while
I
because
haven't
she'd been
grabbed that
talking
one yet.
about
It's
it for.
middle grade, isn't it?
You don't need to get it.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to get it. It's there's a lot of self-insert. There once again a lot of plot holes, and because it's the same author and the same artist together, we have the same issues.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. So would not I personally would not recommend anybody to read it. Yeah.
now I love that someone said, Dwayne said, now I need to read it to see why the hate from Keisha. Because yes, 100% get your
Yeah,
pink
read it for
riot
yourself, I
going,
guess.
and
Yeah.
make a
Think
decision for
critically for
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love that our riot fam is a bunch of movers and shakers and thinkers and readers, because
Yeah.
that's who we want in our community. And like I was saying, that's another thing that I love about our dynamic, Keisha, is that we are the queens of agree to disagree, and then we're on to the next thing. Because like that's why I could joke about it. Like Keisha is like, no, it's a firm no. I'm judging you. You have bad taste if you like this book. And I'm like,
You
I
get it.
mean, I wasn't so mad at it, whatever. But Dwayne said, Rachel
But yeah,
said, but I
her
love her
novels.
novels. And that's on period.
Yeah. Period.
Because one thing we can't say is that she's not an excellent world builder, storyteller. You know what I'm saying? Like the skill is
I
there. I think
mean,
that's part of the reason why LaGuardia was the letdown that it was, because we expected so much from her. And then she's done comics before, because Shuri was peak. So it's like,
yeah.
you
Shuri
know,
was really, really good. I think her newer works are a little more self-insert, and that
I mean,
has
she
been
has
hard to get
expressed that.
along.
She
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
said like Death of the Author was about her.
Oh, it is 1,000%. Like,
Yeah.
I was on a live on TikTok, and a group of us they were telling me the plot lines of Death of the Author, and I was like, "Oh, that actually happened in her life. That actually happened in her life." Like,
Yeah. The chat where I
event
said
for event.
that I got to meet her briefly, she unabashedly mentioned like, "Oh, this character is based off of me." So it's
Okay.
like,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. What's up?
Ajira said I
Yeah.
might just borrow it from the library if I can find it there. Yeah, we are huge believers in visiting and
Mm,
supporting your local library. So that's what we'll
and
say. Read it for
yeah.
yourself, but get it from the library so you don't spend your coins, because there is a paperback, but I took the L and purchased the hardcover, and I'm glad that I did, because I got it signed. And I like when I like an author, like having all of their works or whatever. But yeah, this is not, what I will say is read it for yourself from the library. Her other books you can confidently buy, and don't judge her for her writing based off of LaGuardia. That's what I will say, and we'll end our netty conversation with that.
Yeah. Okay. I won't say more.
Keisha was, you know what? I said we were ending it, but if you have more to add, by all means, pop
No.
off.
Like I said, just read I do agree. Uh don't take what I say as I don't want that responsibility of being anyone's end all for what they read and don't read.
Yeah,
That is a responsibility I do not wish to take.
yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like she has to say some things to the indigenous community before I'm willing to read anything else right now.
I
Um
will say, let me give that disclaimer too. Jesus. I heard about this conversation, but I
mm,
did not read the exchange for myself. So please take everything that I said with that understanding that I don't know the extent of how far that conversation shenanigans went. What I do know about her, though, is that she tends to be very blunt and very, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm not going to censor myself if it comes across whatever, da, 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 da. And if it seems like people are like backing her about it, she will automatically like respond and support whatever that thing is. And I can see how there could be confusion around it. So that's why I let Keisha tell that story, because I haven't read it for myself and I can't speak to what it appears her intent was in that conversation or that exchange.
And then I guess we can get into that conversation another day, because I feel like it'll be a very long show
Yeah.
on
Rachel
its
said
own. But
her
like,
response to the indigenous community was extremely disappointing. Okay, so we have
yeah,
people
because
co-signing it.
like at one point, is Blunt okay to be a jerk? And that's
Oh, so
essentially what.
that's a whole different conversation. I can 100%
Yeah.
attest to her being a jerk in the comments, because so my first real experience with her doing that was my book club B2Wear did a tour for her
Yeah, I
novella
remember
Remote
that.
Control. Excellent. Thoroughly enjoyed Remote Control. Let me just throw that out there. So book club members, when we do these tours, they're like sharing about the story, they're hyping it up, because the goal is make sure people are aware about this book being out so that they can buy it and support it, right? So one of the members of the book club is trying to do this, and they do their post, and in it they mislabel the genre, as one thing, and Nettie pops off in response in the comments. I'm like, ooh, sis had time today, pretty much saying like, no, it's not that, it's this, da, 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 da. Whereas to me, it's like, if you see that the intention of that post was to be in support of you, promote your book, and to try to get other people to buy it, then you could have come with a more gentle correction instead of
Yeah.
just being outright rude to that person.
Yeah.
And then that person responded, and I want to say Nettie popped back off again. Like, and so it's just like, oh, you must have just been in a mood that day, or you weren't reading the context or between the lines, or somebody else saw it and pointed it out to you and you didn't even read the post. That's the only way that any of that makes sense. But either way, I feel like, yes, be your authentic self, but if you're in the public eye and you have a fan base and these people are literally the way that you're making a living, and it's clear that this person is in support of that, you should have some measure of care or concern for that. And she did not in that encounter, which definitely had me looking at her some type of way. Between that and the whole African futurism versus Afrofuturism, and some of the commentary that was surrounding that as
Yeah,
a
Imma
Black.
stay off of that.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's
Yeah,
been,
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah.
pointing this
It's
out to say
yeah,
that there's been instances where I feel like she could have been kinder and did not need to be as rude or aggressive to someone in her responses,
yeah,
especially being a public figure. So,
yeah. Alright,
oh
so
no, LT said she did it to me, LOL, so I know it's the truth. Oh no, that is unforgivable.
'cause you're
Nobody
dope as hell.
nobody comes for LT. We love you, LT.
Alright, so
LT
for
said
fear
that's what it
of
was. Whatever I was saying was in support of her, but she came with a harsh correction. It's not a one-off. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So for fear of, like, I don't wanna bring the name up too much and
Yeah.
stoke the fire.
Yeah. I
But
feel
nah,
like this is
okay.
another situation where we were fair and stated
Yeah,
facts, and we still gave the props where they're due, because
yeah,
never once did we say she's not a very talented writer or
facts.
isn't a good storyteller or undeserving of awards or whatever. We cycled it. We focused in and said LaGuardia is not representative of her full body of work. And we encouraged y'all to go to your local library and read and find out for yourself. And just maybe don't make comments and tag her unless you're ready. Unless you're ready for her full ire, because yes, sis has time. She be having time. But yeah, to get off of
Okay.
that horse.
Next one that I genuinely cannot stand, and that I judge people.
I feel like
Just
we should. Okay, you're gonna get to do one more of these, and then we're gonna
okay.
spread the rest of them out for other
Okay.
episodes.
Period. Yeah, we can do that.
There we go.
Next one, because I feel like one of them I talk about a lot, so I'm not going to talk about this
The
one.
hair tuck was peak, and I love you for it. Period.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
The next one is Low. That
Oh
comic,
yeah, I knew that was
I
coming.
hate it. Yeah, hate it with a passion. I don't understand how it got the accolades that it got. It is incredibly boring.
And
I
they
will
cover
judge
fish
you.
the hell out of us. Yeah, that's rude.
Pretty with no substance. I can't stand that. It
And
just
but pretty with no substance, but also letting us think that it was like a equal main character representation situation, and that was not the case at all.
at all.
Yeah. But
So yeah,
talk your
I judge people highly for believing that that's good. Oh wait, hold on, I got another one. I have a
oh,
list.
okay. Keisha has compiled the list, y'all. Help the children.
Okay, I'll give another one, and that's it for tonight.
Okay.
American Vampire by
Mm.
Scott Snyder and Stephen King, I think. Who
Oh, well, there
who
you
wrote
go.
that with him? Oh yeah. Yo. Okay, so I stayed away from Stephen King for a while. And typically when I come to new authors and I find that they're also in the comic book space, I like to read the comic too. So like that's how I yes you are, Dwayne. I saw that. Yes, you are
Dwayne said,
getting
I'm
judged.
getting judged. And Keisha confirmed. Yes.
Yeah.
I
But
love you,
once again,
Dwayne.
like
I don't know about this book,
fuck my
so fuck
feelings, it's
off.
in your library. But yeah, I am judging. So now like who the fuck am I? But like no. With American Vampire, what's wild is I liked Snyder's part of it. Really good, right? But do you understand my ire every time it switched to Scott King's version, like his section? So why? Why are you here? Who invited you?
She doesn't
It's
even
it's
go here.
doesn't even go here. Like it's the most infuriating thing to experience to have such a great part of the comic and then immediately going to something that is so bad. And so like I think what bothered me the most was that uh I kept reading it because Snyder's part was so good. So I was just torturing myself reading actually only enjoying half the book. So yeah, because of Stephen King. He's just like egregiously disrespectful. You can tell like there's just like this layer of racism thrown into his work for what reason? I don't know, but it's there. You know, I guess it's that dash of pepper he's adding to his recipe because what other flavoring does he have and no?
What other flavoring is crazy? Dwayne said, oh, I only like the Snyder parts.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah,
big fan of
it was
him.
the only thing.
Okay, Dwayne said King didn't need to be there.
At all.
Peppa!
It's
Period.
yeah, and it wasn't even it's not even like, you know, the thick chunky pepper that got like some good it's the ground one that's barely in there.
Okay, well, tell us how you really feel. To switch the subject very quickly, One time for Jana. Immediately yes. With the Pink
Oh,
Riot
that's so
merch.
cool.
Yes. Immediately
That is
yes.
so cool.
I love it.
Oh, Sexy
Period.
Red
With the
says
pink
Stephen King.
glasses. Pop off, queen.
Uh, Sexy Red says Stephen King is overrated. Very
Facts.
boring, in my opinion. Facts.
Facts.
Absolutely facts. Don't understand. I feel like him and the other one, what's his name? I feel like I don't quite care about their stuff because they write like it's going straight to movies anyway or TV.
Mm,
I can't think of the other one's name.
the other one. That's too funny.
Um, when I think of his name, I'll say it. But yeah, I feel like they write like they know someone's gonna turn it into something better.
I know. I could just do the barely theirs, and it'll still be on the big screen. So what do you mean? The barely theirs. Don't ask me where this voice or this accent came from. It felt
No, I
necessary.
dig it. I dig it. It was necessary. It was very necessary. This
You
is
know
you
what, I do know where that
stepping your
came from.
hater game up.
That's what I usually use when I'm like making fun of a mansplainer. I have to give them an English
Mm,
accent and a ridiculous.
yeah. Because how else are you gonna show how pretentious it
Well,
is?
look at me explaining something to you that I know nothing.
Oh, with the set bottom jaw that's not moving at all. Yeah. You're just like missing a monocle.
And my
A
monocle and my
monocle and a
top hat.
snuff box, and you're good to go.
And boat shoes, if you will.
This is, what is it called? He's like, add a bitch in there, and I think you got it.
And I think you got it. Yes. That part. I know. We're ridiculous. I can't. I don't know, guys. It be like that. But yes, okay. I'm excited to share. I did not go to the comic shop this week because I was doing other things, but I did get a couple of books in the mail. So happy to share about those. One of them in particular, I was very excited to get because I pre-ordered it, not realizing it was a pre-order. I thought that it was already available. And then it showed that it wasn't going to come until later, and I was big mad. So, but we have volume 2 of Monsters We Make. Someone was saying in the chat earlier that they just got this and they're excited to get it. This is book 2 from Corey and Kenshin. It's the black manga that I was talking about, and it's like totally different energy from the first one, looks like. And so I'm excited to get into this and read this one. So yeah, that's one. And I also got The Nefarious Nights of Willow Weep Manor.
Oh, yes.
So this is book 2. It's pretty hilarious. This woman is like a romance book reader, and she randomly falls off of a bridge and ends up in like a mystery set in the time of the romance books that she likes to read. So hilarity ensues, and I was very excited to have the publisher send me book 2 because I just got book 1 as well. And
That's
then
nice.
I got Fierce, the fucked up fairy tale of a fed up princess. This was one of the books that I got for my birthday. And I'm excited to get
I'm gonna
into
need
it.
you to take pictures of this and then send it to me when the title is like that. I would like this now.
Yes, it's so the art the art style is like that. And I think the one of the creators on this is a brown woman. So I was like, yeah. It was on my wish list. So I'm glad that I got blessed. But yeah, so that's all of the books that all of the comics that I got since our last chat.
Period.
Yes, very small short list because we did not go to the comic shop. You'd be
At
proud of
all.
me. I didn't even go to Cape and Cow Con because I knew better.
You didn't?
I didn't. I
You've been
didn't.
talking about it like for months.
I know, but I also told you about the budget
Fair.
issues. So I was like,
Fair.
the way that my FOMO is set up, and I wasn't going to have you there with me to like chill. So I was like, it's fine. I'm going to get my Cape and Cow Con shirt the next time I go to the shop. But I did miss out on the con because I was like, nah. I knew I would have played myself. There was no way I was going to go and not buy something. So it's like,
This is
no, I literally sat on my hands.
But you're gonna get your t-shirts, so like that's
Yeah,
good,
I'll
right?
get my t-shirt at some point, and I will feel like a poser because I didn't go, but the shirt is really cool. They got
Yeah.
shirts and it looks like the Comic-Con logo, but they
Mhm.
replaced the Comic-Con eyes with the like eyes from the thing that they did for theirs, and it's all colorful and cute, and it says Cape and Cow. So I'm like, that has to happen. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what's up. See, I didn't go to the comic book shop either. I definitely just stayed in red, which I am super yo, the way I'm gonna hop into Stephanie's DMs and go, "Hey, so I read the first look. I need the rest of this issue. Please send at your earliest convenience. Thank
yeah, literally.
you."
Yeah, we need to
Like,
reach out to our friend. Well, you guys, speaking of which, can look forward to us sharing about the first looks of the freshman class of stories coming from Ignition Press.
yo,
So, yeah.
this Roots of Madness first look was so good. I didn't know Stephanie had a background in like she was a research scientist, and it shows you can tell like the intentionality that is just in these first few pages alone.
Yeah.
I love this main character and how she's like fleshing out like Stephanie has already set the scene for this girl to just, do too much. She's going to do too much and you can
Yeah.
see it. I'm like, this is going to be glorious.
And
I
they dropped the issue 2 covers, and I fear they're going to all be gorgeous. And I had already like pre-ordered all of the variants of issue 1, and
Mhm.
because
Yeah, yeah.
obviously it's Stephanie, but also because Juliet Neca is one of the artists. And then it looks like she's going to be doing the A covers for the whole run. So because they dropped the issue 2 cover by her, and I was like, take my money. Just
Oh
this is
no,
happening.
for sure. This
I
is
mean, it
this
was
is
gonna
a
happen
comic.
regardless, because clearly I'm buying a shark comic just because Stephanie was part of it. So there's that. But
Right?
but yeah, so hands down. Also, I finally got to use my Roots of Madness hair oil that I copped when we were at the con. It smells amazing.
I'm
Absolutely
sorry.
amazing.
I'm just looking at this.
Issue 2 cover. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Can I pull this up? Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up so y'all can see.
Also, I just have
Wow.
to show you guys my little tote that I got that
Look
has
at
the
that.
issue 1 art on it. Yeah. It's stunning.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah. If you're unfamiliar with Juliet Neca's work, just go look at her IG and tell me it's not all gorgeous. I'm obsessed. She is in my top 3 favorite comic book artists.
Wow. That looks amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
And
I
I will
was because
say
you know
yet
how
again,
sometimes
if any of you guys got the Juliet Neca Zatanna cover, Please. I need it to live.
To live,
To live.
period. To
Please.
live. Because
I
it's
have
just,
every other Juliet NECA cover, but that one. I need it.
oh my goodness, I can't with you.
I know. But I'm just living my truth, you know. So yeah, if
But
you
this
guys
is,
haven't already, I feel like it was already on final order cutoff, but you still may be
yeah,
able to like pre-order it with your shop. So like
yeah.
hop, skip, and skedaddle and pre-order Roots of Madness because you're in for a treat.
Oh, you just reminded me. And you're gonna judge me, and that's fine.
Oh,
I'm willing
okay.
to accept this. So, you know, when I had to like get my comics last week and I did not like that bill because I had to get multiple months at
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Um immediately I was like, oh, I need to pull some stuff off this list because this is absolutely not. And
Also,
so
because you said you had to add stuff off the list after I shared my
yeah,
pulls. So
yeah.
there's that too. Oh, it was
But like,
Hayden who had the Monsters We Make. Okay, she said she's been a Corey fan since she was little. Period.
yeah. And so like I have to go through mine. Hold on, let me hide my information. And I have 2 pages of polls. Now, here's the thing about
How rude that
my
they give it to you in a list like that. Ain't
so
no
and
way.
that's the thing, when you see the way Diamond distributors, like how they really messed up, you know, local comic book shops and stuff like that. They had to print it out for me because my comic book shop switched over to another system to
Hmm.
start buying their stuff, and they are learning it. Like they're in the
Is it
process
Comic
of
Hub?
learning. No, comic book
Oh, that's what they
assistant.
need.
I know. Yo, I really wanted them. I was like, yo, I need y'all to just do this online. So just do this online, please. Um,
It's
so
2025 for crying out loud.
because come on,
What are we
this is
doing?
wild.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I have to go through it by hand and turn some things in. And what's crazy is it looks long because they never take anything off.
Mm,
Because with a lot of indie runs, instead of doing like just an ongoing run, they'll break it up into different, you know, mini series. And so they keep them on there just in case, because you might want the next one. So
yeah.
like one of the examples that he gave me was like, because I have Abbott on my thing, and because they do like 1973, 76, 79. So if they did another one, we just automatically get it for you. I was
Hmm.
like, okay, you know, I respect that.
I
I
don't.
also got some stuff I don't like. So
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta,
crazy. I will say my shop does not do that. They're not putting things on my pull list for me.
now I like when my shop does it because there have been a few things where they were like, we think you might enjoy this, and then I'll actually enjoy it, and then I'll just like keep reading it.
They bring that to me at the counter when I'm coming to pick up my pulls.
Hmm.
Yeah. And everything is done through Comic Hub. So I see everything that their store is going to be getting the month
True, true,
before. So it's like,
true. Yeah, like I said, you're judging me, and that's fine.
I'm not judging you, I'm judging your comic shop because
Uh-huh.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I wish they were online. I think that's my only gripe is
Yeah.
that they're not online. I think life would be easier. I'd be able to, you know, it wouldn't be a surprise when I'm buying things. Like, oh, it came up to that much? Well,
Now, what I will say is I still have that problem. But I will go look. I get the notification. I love it. My comic shop sends me an email like, hey, we got some cool new stuff in this week for you. And it literally shows the picture of the cover, the description and how much it cost going all the way down. And then if I click the link at the bottom of that email, it takes me to my Comic Hub account and it shows me all of the stuff that's in my asides at the shop and the total at the bottom. I just have to remember to look at it.
I would like that, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I get that email every Tuesday.
I like that. I actually do. I think that would work out really well for me. Because yeah, to be able to see everything that's in the store, even though I do love going through crates, but that's more of a backlist thing than
Yeah,
what's
crazy
coming out.
backlist.
Yeah.
I will say when I first started shopping there, I had a grand old time perusing the shelves because I'm a hardcover whore, and so I would just be like, some of the what is the name of that? The people who do there's a couple of independent presses where I found some really gorgeous hardcovers
Yeah.
that are like some gems in my current collection because they just had I guess some people like casually collecting are like, I'm not spending that much on a premium hardcover, but I don't know, a bitch loves whimsy and I love a fancy library. So I'd be like,
See, and
sign.
that's how I knew I was like, "Oh, this is not this serious. My library is not." Okay, real random. I'll say it after this. But like with the monstrous one that I was talking about last week, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, my library does not need this."
There's definitely levels to it because I even looked at that and went, nah, that's doing too much.
Yeah, for those who don't
Because
know, we're
the
talking
middle
about
ground hardcover is equally gorgeous. And low key, they just dropped, if not more gorgeous, but they just dropped the compendium, the paperback compendium
for what?
for Monstrous. And it has all the first 3 books in it. So she's a chunk.
I'm sorry?
Yes, and it's paperback. And Sana Takada dropped the different variant covers that they have for it. And one of them is very pink. And I was like, yo, if I didn't already own these hardcovers, I would be buying that because it's very affordable for you to get the whole story as it stands right now. And apparently,
What?
yes, you got to share it since you're having this reaction. You got to show everybody what you're looking at. Keisha is pissed. Well, okay, what I will say is you have the hardcover of book 1.
Yes.
Is it the Barnes & Noble one?
No.
Okay, because I was going to say, I was shocked to see how much that is going for a resale because you can't get it anymore. But I feel like you could get your money back by reselling it and then just get the paperback.
No. I started with hardcovers. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just irritated at as much as I love this industry, it is a grift. Like, we're selling the same story.
I won't say that it's a grift because think about how long Monstrous has been a run. It's like on issue 60 or something. So if you're somebody who's new to the story, you can pick up the whole story at a reasonable price and be caught up.
Yes, I get that. The accessibility
That's for new readers.
Yes, I'm just irritated because I clearly have $160 worth of Monstrous on my shelves, and here is the same story for $60. I guess this is how people felt when I bought Paper Girls.
Yeah, 100%. Wait, so you got to show it. Same thing with The Wicked and Divine.
Oh,
I'm
man.
glad that I got that paperback because I was really pressed to make sure I had the matching hardcovers. And book 2 is very difficult to find at a reasonable price. So I was grateful for the compendium of The Wicked
It's
and
beautiful.
Divine. And that Monstrous compendium, that cover is cute, but they
Mhm.
get even better.
Yeah.
The other covers for the paperback compendium are gorgeous. So if you're watching this and you haven't already checked out Monstrous,
Please
so
do.
let me just pitch it to you. It's by two women of color, Marjorie Liu and Sana Takada. The gorgeous cover art that you see right there is not cover fishing you. The art is that lush and detailed and gorgeous throughout the entirety of the series. Every page is actually that beautiful. The story is, I have to preface this, it does get bloody and a little gory, but it's also fantastical and whimsical and has its little cutesy moments, and there's like talking cats and shit. So it's a very good balance of all of the things that I love to see in a comic book. Um and
Mhm.
it's in the 60s for issues, and it's still going,
Yeah.
showing no signs of stopping. Apparently, it's going up to the 100, because they said that when book 3 dropped, they were like, "Yeah, it's halfway through now." So
Yeah.
exactly. It's so funny, the like stages of acceptance that just crossed your face halfway through. But wait, that means more monstrous. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly that.
Yeah. No, 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 no. This story is absolutely amazing.
100%.
Like
It's
I was
sapphic, it has pirates,
Eldritch
it has
horrors.
gods, it has magic, it
Oh,
has demons. It's crazy. It's so good.
the politics in this
Yeah,
comic is top tier. It is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah. And the artwork is just is
It's
oh, I love
gorgeous.
when the artwork matches the cover.
Yeah,
I love it so much. It's so beautiful.
yeah,
Monstrous is one of my favorites. Like
yeah.
I would continue buying. Yeah, I'm comfortable with another 6 volumes sitting up there.
Yes. Yeah,
That's great.
we will each be buying 3 more hardcover books for sure, because
Oh, facts.
and how gorgeous are those all gonna look just next to each other on the shelf?
Yo, the way I was so excited, I was like, "Move," because the shelf was already
Move, get
packed.
out of there!
"Move,"
Get out of
and it
here!
slid that book 3 in all nice. Like, "Bitch, you look
Yes,
good there. You
yes,
supposed to be here."
absolutely. I felt a way though, because I have historically gotten the Barnes& and Noble exclusive edition hardcover.
Mhm,
So book 1 was very pink. Every time they do that, it's signed and it comes with postcards of the artwork, and
mhm.
it has its own like alt cover that's exclusive to Barnes and Noble. So I was waiting for this to come. They didn't do one for book 3.
Because they had that $150 one.
But they've always had the $150 leather bound version ones.
Oh, they have?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because they've
hell.
been had that. When I went to go buy book 1, I
Uh-huh.
seen that version of the book 1 in my comic shop, and I was like, "Ooh, it's giving grimoire." It looks
It
so
does.
luxe, you guys. It looks like I need to be like wearing a hood with a cape and a staff. Yeah, it's giving that energy. You know what I
It's Rent
mean?
Fair cosplay before you
It's
touch it. Ah,
immediately, yes. It gives you that energy. Like, I should be calling it like a Sanderson sister book. It looks like that.
it
But
oh,
I'm not
man.
dropping $150 on one book when I get the same story for a third of that with gorgeous art on the cover. You know what I mean?
I
But
definitely
yeah,
said
so
that
I
to
was like,
myself.
we can't say that it's because of those versions, because they've always had those versions. I don't know
Mhm.
why Barnes and Noble is slacking on their pimping, but I was ready and was sorely
Look,
disappointed. And I was like, dang, I could have pre-ordered this through my comic shop if y'all weren't going to have your own edition.
look,
So
times are different, you know, these
Something.
days. So yeah, hopefully it'll do it with the next 3 volumes that are gonna come out.
Next 3 books, because that's like 9 volumes.
Ah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, so am I.
The way I love Image hardcovers, like
Listen,
they're the
listen.
right oversized, like they're the right
Yeah,
oversized. And the
yeah.
way I like just gave away my Radiant Black small volumes because I was like, I'll be a year and a half behind. I'm
I'll wait. I can wait.
I can wait.
Literally. When I
I need
posted
that book too.
the shelfie of recent reads on Pink Riot,
Mhm.
the way that I had people being like, "Wait, what is that behind there?" And it's like, "Oh, I guess I haven't shown that shelf in a hot minute, but I have my image shelf on the bookcase and
Mhm.
it trickles down because that's just all that would fit on that particular shelf." But they do make a sexy hardcover. It's
Ah,
necessary.
yeah. I think like it's the size and how it's black with like metallic on nearly every book that I think just looks so good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all in all, I do like Abrams. I think in general, just the way Abrams hardcovers.
They take a lot of care for the under the jacket cover art, all of that.
Yeah.
And the way that it's like bound in the back, it feels like an actual like fairy tale book. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels more expensive, but it doesn't cost more. They're like reasonably priced. So yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Absolutely. Oh man. We
Yeah.
gotta do one of our shows where we're just like organizing.
You
Or
keep
I can
saying,
show you.
y'all, the way that Keisha keeps pitching this idea, and I always just go, yeah, that sounds cute because her shelves actually are somewhat organized. Mine are not. The way that my shelves, what's on the shelves is organized by vibes, and there is a substantial amount of books that are not on the shelves because there are not enough shelves.
The way I just got rid of like 100 books. Like I have empty in the hallway because for those who don't know, I have what is it? I have what there's 4 in here, there's 3 in the hall. So I have 8 book shelves cases in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 that are in the hallway,
The
I just
whole way.
emptied out half of them. I
The
just
two
emptied out
that in
like
the
half of 'em.
hallway.
Oh, where is this English accent coming from?
The whole way. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
And LT says, What are all them colors organized behind you?" Ask Bree what book it is. Go ahead.
Don't, you know what? Don't
What's
do
that
that.
book on the 3rd to the left?
The third to the left where? Don't play with me.
Okay, yeah. That bright pink. It's like the brightest pink on the shelf.
This?
No. I guess Mike no, you're going a different direction. Go
This?
further out. No. Away from you. Away from your body. There's one that's coming up really bright, like a hot pink. Keep going, keep going. You're like 2 books so one. Yep, that one. What book is that?
Oh, it's James A. Corey did that series and it's set in space.
Oh, so
Uh
you actually know which each of these are just by
yes.
looking at the edges?
Yeah, I remember
No,
it,
the fuck you
especially
don't.
not all of
No.
some of them are solid and some of those get confused, but for the most part I remember what the edges are. I'm a special
No.
edition horror.
No.
Li- Hold on. So I can actually pull it out.
Oh, fuck off. No. Okay. No. We're gonna keep doing this.
All right.
Uh, there's one. No, I want to pick one that looks vague. It looks like it's
Y'all, she trying to
um
set me up.
okay, in the blues. Um, it looks like it's clouds.
This?
It's no. Go 1,
This?
2, 3 over. Nope, one more closer to you. Yes.
That is Strange the Dreamer.
All right, this has been a wonderful show, you guys. Just make sure you like and hit on. Fuck off. That's wild.
Period.
Okay. Ajira said teal on the shelf above you. It's a
This one?
solid teal, yes.
This one was one that I was gifted. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what this one is. You just glad you caught the slip.
Not to plan
Y'all
your
ain't
downfall or
shit.
nothing.
Y'all ain't shit. Where the Dark Stands Still. This is one I didn't buy. That's why I don't remember.
Okay. That's still 2 out of 3 is
Yeah.
right. Gotcha.
Y'all ain't shit.
No,
Y'all
that's
can't
still
even let
wild.
me win. Let's see. Wait. Not Ajira just naming a bunch of them for me to check. Talk about more of this, please.
The way I was gonna do that too, like we're gonna keep going until you can't find one.
4 books from the Red Center post. Oh, that's what she was talking about. Okay, yeah. That.
Okay,
Ajira said
yeah.
more of this,
That's
please.
very impressive. I wouldn't have done that. That. I mean, not saying that that's why things are impressive, but like that's impressive as fuck.
Period. LT said, no wonder
Yeah.
she likes Storm. She's a level 5 mutant. Period.
Yeah, to have that kind of photographic memory where you're like,
I
colors.
told you I'm a hardcover horror. I love a special edition. It bees like that.
Right,
That's
Rachel? I
why,
wouldn't
y'all,
know
we literally
any
had
of
a whole
them.
conversation where Keisha was like, bitch, you just told me about your budgeting. You need to cancel some of your special edition subscriptions. And I was like, what? You want me to what? That's why.
But I mean, like the fact that you do know them, yeah.
And
I'm
I
impressed.
have been making a more concerted effort to read through more of them, because the issue is collecting a lot of them because of the subscriptions, and then because I'm a mood reader and I'll be like, oh, I'm definitely reading this other thing instead. Like literally today, Elizabeth Stevens made a post saying that the second book in her superheroes series was up.
Yeah.
The arc was available if you were subscribed to. The way I searched for that email so quickly, and I don't give a damn whatever else I was reading, that's what I'm reading tonight. I don't care. So that's my problem. Like, I'll have the plan. Like, if I tried to be like, okay, these are all the books I received this month, I'm gonna read all of them, that would never happen.
No. I think I'm only good with comics to do that because I can sit and read like one issue in, just a few minutes. So like
That's fair. You have gotten
not
me
book.
better at doing that, about like setting time aside each week so that I don't have weeks where I haven't read my comics and they're piling up.
Yeah. But I will say
my mood reading is that bad where I hadn't been even doing that before.
I've been like that lately with the books I've been reading or attempting to read. I haven't finished an actual book in quite some, like a novel in quite some time.
That's
I
fair.
think I just started, but not to both.
It's so good. Are you not loving it?
I'm low key creeped out, which is a good thing.
Yes, in the best way though, right?
Yeah. I don't
Like,
know if it's
why
the
am I
best way,
skeeved out,
but
but still desperately need to know what's happening?
I'm trying to fit because there's a mystery involved in this, and
Yes.
so I'm like, all right, I think I'm interested in the mystery and how we even got this spider person and what like
Yes.
there's a lot of intrigue happening in here.
Yes.
And it's a novella, so I'm like, I have the attention span for this right now.
The way that I inhaled that shit on the plane when me and Christopher were going on our cruise and was like, yo, I need more from this author because I loved it. Ajira says, I did this to one shelf, was convinced I'd never be able to remember which books was what. Then my crotch goblins came and tested me, and I knew every one of them. LMAO. See? When
Shout out
you
to calling them crotch goblins, I prefer offspring, but
yes.
I love the terminology.
I just have the one, so it doesn't have the same effect, but I would like to just be like, yeah, my minions.
My
Ajira
minions.
said, all superheroes need photo ops is so good. And I believe you because all superheroes need PR. Wait, where is it?
I
All
mean,
superheroes
there
need
hasn't really
PR
been a book that
was
she's written that
so
isn't good.
good.
Yeah.
I was kicking my feet and squealing, guys. Okay, this is the book we're talking about. This is book one of it. Kicking my feet and squealing. Do you hear me? I love it. And then I messed around and got the audiobook. And listen, Buddy's voice in this sent a shiver down my spine. And I was like, there's no other way. I will be tandem reading this. And I had the time. I had quite the time. You have to read this. Okay?
No, I mean Elizabeth Stevens is a
Black
phenomenal
woman
writer.
author.
Yeah.
It's a
Like,
romance.
I
And it's
still
sexy.
yeah, she is great with how she writes all of those scenes. Like
Yes.
with the very like I remember I was trying to get everybody to read that because I inhaled that series so much. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh,
What you talking about?
right?
Let me find. Did she acknowledge you, Ajira? Or this is
I
the
was about to
art,
say
so it
this
may
shit.
not be in here. But Elizabeth Stevens came to
Yeah.
chat with the book club because we all read the Taken to Varaxia. So she's been an honorary weirdo for a minute. And I know that her beta readers, quite a lot of them are weirdos, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Oh,
And
Jira says that she
and
that they were
photo op.
recognized, in photo ops.
Okay, I don't have that one yet. I just got the NetGalley art because I was like, I need it to live. And then she did a sneak peek of the dude from Photo Ops voice. And I was like, how do you just keep finding these narrator men with these delicious voices? Where you
Searching
find them at?
TikTok, I swear.
I want one of
Somebody.
those. I want one of those.
Period.
Do you know how peace that would be to just wake up in the morning like, you want some eggs? Yes. Scramble whatever you like.
I mean, do they know how to cook? Because, a voice can't cook.
It don't even matter.
Wow.
I know how to
Period.
cook. It don't even matter. I have no shame about this, guys. Where he at though?
Oh my
Straight like
goodness.
that. Yep.
Oh my goodness. All right, so
I got Keisha blushing. It's okay. We'll dial it back a notch.
no, actually, San Diego made me realize, like, oh yeah. I love you.
I love you. Oh my gosh, yes. Keisha saw Bree on 100,000 trillion the whole trip. And she loves me anyway. That's all you need to know.
I mean, it wasn't like you did anything crazy or nothing. Okay.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Absolutely not.
Ajir said, what is this private joke y'all aren't letting us into?
I can't say that.
There you go. There you go. I have a very outgoing personality, and it was on 100 the whole trip. That's what the inside joke is.
Yeah, because clearly you guys see that, like, two very different personalities. And so seeing it in action, it's just like, oh shit, that's how the other side lives.
Yes. But it was perfect, and it worked out so well because we made a lot of great connections and met some cool people, and everybody loves us.
Thanks.
Yeah. Bet. Yes. Can't wait till our next con.
What is that face?
That was I'm so excited I can't contain it.
Oh my goodness.
Period. But yes, you know what? It's about that time.
Yeah.
We love you guys for coming through and showing love. One time for all of the Riot fam. We love you guys down for sticking around through all of our shenanigans and tomfoolery. Lady Mandalore!
How are you? We were talking about you earlier. We read They Chose Violence.
We love you down.
We read They Chose Violence.
Be some spooky goofball weirdos, but yay! Thank you for coming by to say hi. Yeah. We're literally just telling all of the Riot fam how much we love you all, and we appreciate y'all for being in this space and supporting us amidst our shenanigans and tomfoolery. It wouldn't be the same without ya. And yeah, so make sure that you like, share, follow, comment, subscribe. Pink Riot Comic Show on all US platforms. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out our Patreon and subscribe. We have a free tier, and then we have some paid tiers. The higher you go up in tier, the more tea and opportunities that you get to influence what's going on here on the show and when we go to live events. Huge thanks to all of you who are already subscribed to our Patreon. We appreciate every single last one of you. Anytime somebody is added within that space, we literally do a happy dance. Huge thanks to everybody who's supporting us nominally and donating to our donation fund, because these comics aren't paying for themselves, and we're trying to do more events for y'all. So, if you feel so led to support the Patreon with some money or to drop some cash in that donation, we really appreciate it, because it really helps us a lot. And if you can't donate with money, that's perfectly fine. We love anybody who shares our time, shares our posts. If you liked this episode, why don't you just, scroll up or down and check out another episode, watch it a little bit, or, not watch it. Just let that thing run in the background, because the streams really help us. And if watching isn't really your bag, we're a whole podcast, so you can skedaddle on over to Spotify, give us a like and a rating, save our page, because after we have our live show, it goes up on the podcast over there, so you can listen to it in your car while you're doing laundry, all types of things. Take Pink Riot with you wherever you go. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate you. If you liked this episode and you want to catch more of our hijinks, just know we'll be at the same damn place at the same damn time every week, because we don't take no weeks off. We've been rocking strong since we started, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon, because we got so much more cool stuff coming up for you guys. We love you. We mean it. We'll see you this time next week. Bye.
I definitely found more. All right. How many variants are there?
11.
Damn. Go ahead. No.